guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to tell you guys about my top 10 over $10 from the drugstore items. So I did do a top 10 under 10 from the drugstore, and I also did a top 10 over 10 like high-end makeup. So now I kind of wanted to do like top 10 over 10 of stuff that you can get from the drugstore. Also, while I'm doing this, I'm gonna be getting cleaned up. So I'm not like talking about the products that I'm using. I'll try to list everything down below, but I'm getting ready and yeah. Okay, so the first product that I wanted to talk about is the Morphe 3502 palette, which I know that this isn't like, oh, I'm gonna go to CVS and pick up the Morphe 3502 palette, but it is kind of like, they just started selling it at Ulta, and it is kind of, I don't know, I don't view Morphe as like a high-end, super expensive brand. It's kind of somewhere in the middle, but I don't know, I'd feel like this one worked. So it's this, I'm sure that you've seen it. It's absolutely so pretty. I'm not gonna lie, the main reason why I was drawn to this palette was because of the fire shade. Actually, these three shades right here. So what is it? Sauce, Fire, and Ruby. They're so pretty, oh my goodness, and they're so pigmented. This is like one of the first Morphe palettes that I have been like using lately, since their new like logo and rebranding of their whole like website-y type thing, that whole thing that they went through. I don't know what the deal is, but that palette is absolutely amazing. The pigment of each color is just beautiful. Like, it's really, there's no, of all the colors that I've used in that palette, none of the shades are really like super chalky or like, you know, have a bunch of fallout and stuff like that. So it's just like, I don't know, it's a beautiful palette and it's absolutely so gorgeous. So between like the colors that are offered in the palette and like the blendability of all of them, they're blendable, they're pigmented, they don't give off a lot of like fallout, they don't like flick out of the pan so that they're all, you know, powdery and all of that, and it's like super messy. And the shades have names to them, which I absolutely love, because now that when I'm filming with that with that palette, I don't have to just be like, oh, this random shade right here is what I'm using. Like, I can just say, oh, this is the name of the shade, and you guys will know what I'm talking about. So that's really nice. And for the Morphe 3502 palette, you're gonna get that one for $23, kind of like in that range. And again, I picked it up at Ulta. So I love that Ulta is like starting to sell Morphe products. It's like my favorite thing of ever. I love it. So yeah, only $23 for that one. All right, so since I am on this little like Morphe kick right here, I have to throw in the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. I have to. Like, it's at, like, if you have not tried this palette, you need to. You need this palette in your life. And this one is going to cost you about $38. So it is, you know, a bit pricier than the other Morphe palettes. It is a bit pricier than the other ones, but it honestly is so, so worth it. Every single color in here. I mean, you have like your bold colors right here, and then you have, you know, your kind of like red wine colors, and your dark green to black to browns, and even like these soft neutrals. Like, it's just a really good range of colors. Again, the pigment is amazing. They don't give up like a bunch of kickback when you put your brush into it. They don't have a bunch of fallout down on your cheeks, and it's just, and it's supporting Jaclyn Hill. Like, who doesn't want to support her? So come on. All right, so the next thing that I'm going to talk about is the BH Cosmetics Sculpt and Blend 2 brush set. And I actually got this set at TJ Maxx, so it was a bit cheaper than what you would get it for from the actual BH Cosmetics site. Again, I'm gonna count BH Cosmetics as a drugstore brand, because if you go to Ulta and you look in the drugstore brand section, that's where you're gonna find the BH Cosmetics stuff. So, and honestly, they're still like that price range is still like kind of in the middle there. So it comes with 10 brushes. Again, I said I got this at TJ Maxx quite a bit ago. And it comes with 10 brushes, which I can't find one of them. I don't know where it went, but So yeah, this one, you're gonna get this set for $21 off of the website. This one is the main one that I use, and this one, I want to say that this is the 124. It's kind of just like this little angled guy, and this one, if you see any of my like recent videos, I like to just go back in under my contour with like a light shade on this brush, and this also kind of just blends out the like the edges of blush and contour and all that type of stuff. So this one stays like right in my main little bucket of brushes here. So this is the other ones. Like I said, there is one that I cannot find, and I want to say that the one that's missing is kind of like a shadow brush, kind of like this little guy right here, only a little bit bigger. So it comes with that one. It comes with this angled guy here for contour. This one you could probably use just for like stamping on foundation. This one you could probably use, you know, you can use any of these brushes for anything you want, so you don't have to like use these for, you know, specific things. But this one, I mean, you could use it for eyeshadow, concealer, that type of stuff. I used to use this one a lot for bronzing and contouring. This one mainly bronzing, and then I would actually go in with this little kind of flat guy right here and then sharpen up the contour with that one. So then they have this guy right here, like this little puffy guy, which you could use it for like concealer, that type of stuff, like underneath your eyes. And then there's this little one who just kind of like a detail brush when you're using your eyeshadows. And then there's this weird guy right here who I never use. I don't use this one. And I think this is like for nose contour. So like you just, you know, you put your contour stuff on it and then it literally just runs down your nose and kind of like does the contouring for you. So if you're interested in that, I don't use it personally just because I use different brushes for contouring my nose, but it could be helpful for you. But yeah, that's what all of these brushes are. When you see me using like a brush that has the black handle with the golden bit here, they're BH Cosmetics. Alright, so while I'm on like the little brush kick, I wanted to throw this guy in here, which this is the e.l.f. 101 powder brush, and this guy is just so soft and fluffy and pretty, and I just love it. And I got this for $12 from Target. So it's like right over the $10 line here, but it's just like a super soft, nice, like little fluffy face powder brush. And I did have one that looked very similar to this from Vintage Cosmetics brand, which I absolutely love brushes from them, and I love that specific brush because it is like the softest powder brush that I have ever felt. But the only thing is that the bristles are so densely packed together that sometimes I feel like when, like, you have to kind of stamp it on your face. You can't really like buff it in or like wipe it, I guess. Not wipe it, I don't want to say wipe it. Don't wipe brushes on your face. But like, I don't know, it would move product around because the bristles were so densely packed. Whereas this one kind of like, they aren't so densely packed that it's like hard to use, but it's just kind of, it's like that perfect fluffiness. And I don't know, I really like it. e.l.f. does a really good job at putting out good brushes. But yeah, so you're gonna get this one for $12 at Target. Alright, so the next thing I have is a palette from BH Cosmetics, and this one is going to be about $16, and it is the, goodness, and it is the Galaxy Chic palette, and it's 18 color baked eyeshadows. So let me just show you these gorgeous colors right here. They're so pretty. And my friend Brooklyn got this for me as like a just because gift. So shout out to Brooklyn. I know you're watching this probably. So thank you so much for this. I love this palette. It's just like, specifically this orange one. I'm obsessed with this orange shade because it's one of those ones, just like the 3502 palette, that fire shade, that when you go in with that color, it is like bam, like the pigment is freaking there. So it is just like, it's so pretty. And all of the shades are kind of like, they're based off of like galaxy stuff. So like the planets and like asteroid, like all of that type of stuff. So it's just a really neat like idea for a palette. And you have some that are kind of like marbled, and then obviously you have like some that are, you know, just a regular flat out color. It's just like, it's so pretty. And I love that normally, I mean, I like to incorporate matte eyeshadows into my eye looks, but with this one can get away with it being solely like shimmery shades because they're all just so pigmented. They are just, oh my god, I can't say enough about this palette. I have only tried, I I tried 2 other BH Cosmetics palettes, the Carly Bible one and the Wild Child palette. And I love the Carly Bible one that just has like regular eyeshadows. They aren't the baked ones. But I did try the Wild Child one and I wasn't crazy about it, but after using this I kind of want to go back and try it again just to see if I was like not using them correctly or something. Just because this one like is so amazing. I don't understand how that one couldn't have been. So maybe I was just using it wrong. But so yeah, like I said, this one is going to be about $16. And it's worth it. I mean, it has like really pretty, all the colors of the rainbow shades. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to throw out there is the L'Oreal Infallible Setting Spray, which I am all out of and I need to get some more of. But this, I couldn't even tell you how many different bottles of this I've had because I've repurchased it so many times. Lately, I've actually been like snatching the one that I bought for my makeup kit and using that to set my face because I really need to get another one and I just haven't, so I've been borrowing that one. And it's just like, it keeps your makeup on and looking good pretty much all day, and it kind of adds like a glowiness to your skin too, so it doesn't, you know, if you mattify your face the whole time and it ends up looking really like kind of just super matte and kind of dry, if you spritz your face with that, it kind of just brings you back to life. And that one you're gonna get for like, I kind of want to put a mid-range of $14 because you can get it kind of depends on where you get it. Like if you get it, I think from Walgreens, you're gonna be paying about $16-ish, and if you get it from like Walmart, you're gonna pay like 13-ish, so I kind of wanted to just put like 14 as like right in the middle there. So yeah, just kind of like in that little range right there, and it's totally worth it. I mean, it really is worth it. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to throw in here is the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation, this guy right here. And this one you're gonna get for about $14, just kind of like as a mid-range price right there. And it's such a high like a full coverage foundation for it being like the consistency that it is. I don't know why, like when I kind of like first put it out onto my face, I didn't realize that like as liquidy as it was going to give off as much coverage as it did. And it's buildable, so you can actually, you know, you can layer upon layer upon layer like more and more coverage if that's what you want. The only thing is that I don't know if I'm the only person that had this problem, but like when I was using my Tarte Shape Tape with it, they didn't go well together. I don't know why, like they just, I don't know, they didn't layer good. But again, that could have just been me. I don't know. But other than that, I mean, it gives an amazing amount of coverage. I said it feels nice on your skin, so it doesn't feel like, what is it? There was one foundation that I used to use all the time, and I think it was Rimmel, like their full coverage cream foundation. I can never use that again because I used to use that all the time and it was just way too thick. Like it literally felt like there was just a mask of foundation on your skin when you used it. So I don't know if they've changed since then, but I did not like that one a long time ago. But this is not like that, and it gives just as like a good amount of coverage as that one did in my opinion. But yeah, also I found that I enjoy when I am using that, I like to mix a little bit of like face oil with it. So, you know, like argan oil, something like that. Just because sometimes it can kind of make your face look a little bit dry. If it latches onto dry spots, it can kind of like really accentuate that. But if you mix in just a little bit of face powder with it, it cancels that out. Alright, so another foundation who I also lately have been using a lot more again is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint. So this has hyaluronic acid in it. So it like really helps to kind of like push moisture into your skin and really, oh gosh, I'm trying not to breathe in all of this Coty Airspun powder. So yeah, it just kind of like helps to like really push that moisture into your skin and plump your skin up. I used to use this a lot. I used this a lot last year when I took a beach trip because it's just kind of like one of those things that you can just throw on really quick and just buff it out, and it kind of just gives like a nice glow to your skin. you're gonna get this one for about $12. So it's kind of just like in that little area there. And the only thing that I will say about this is that if you're a high, like a full coverage person, this probably is not going to be for you because it doesn't give a whole lot of coverage. So you will have to go in with like a concealer after it if you do have blemishes and just kind of conceal those. So like this spot right here that I just concealed a little bit here, I used this today and I had to go back in with a concealer just to like conceal spots. So yeah, if you're just kind of like a light coverage person, that one's good for you. Okay, so then next are some Lumin products. And I like just discovered this brand last year, I think, with my mom. We just happened to go to a CVS and a lot of their products were on sale. So we were like, why not? You know, it's normally like pretty expensive things for the drugstore, to be like quite honest. So we just picked them up. We picked up a bunch of different things and we fell in love with them. And like almost all of the stuff that I have other than the Dewdrop under eye like gel stuff, I've run out of. So it kind of sucks. But the first thing that I wanted to say was this Lumin Sisu Urban Antidotes Urban Intense Hydrating Serum. This guy right here. So I would just put that one on like my face at night and it just kind of gave like a really hydrated look to my skin and just kind of made it feel really nice. Like when you, I don't know if I'm the only one that feels like this, but when you get out of the shower and you haven't moisturized your face yet, it kind of feels like your face is like frozen. So that is kind of like one of those things that you just drop on your face, rub it in, and it kind of just brings it back to life, kind of just adds that moisture. So I really enjoyed this one, and this one is going to be about $30. So I hope that they still sell it at CVS and maybe you guys can get it for like a discount. But yeah, it is kind of, it's definitely a pricier one of the bunch. So because my SD card is running out of space, I'm not going to be able to finish my full face of makeup, so sorry about that, guys. But I just wanted to talk about the last item, and it is another Lumin product. And it is the Lumin Sisu Urban Antidotes Defend and Replenish Antioxidant Mist. I am also out of this, and it makes me very sad because this one was like my favorite. And this I would spray on my face right after I was done with my makeup, and right before I would set it with the infallible spray. And this one is one of those like face sprays that you spray on and it brings back that glowiness and just makes everything, like your foundation and everything, mesh together and set really well. And it would make your face dewy without making your face super oily over time. Okay, and you're also gonna get this one for about $25. So again, it's kind of up there, but it's worth it if you can find it. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Those are my top 10 over $10 drugstore edition. So yeah, sorry if it feels like I'm rushing through this. My SD card is almost full and I'm trying to get all of this information packed into this while also getting my face done. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button down below and to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. As always, the products that I used, the couple that I used on my face while I was getting ready, all of this type of stuff is going to be listed down below in the description box, with my social and all of that type of good stuff. I hope you all have a great day and I will see you in the next one. Bye!